Thank you. How's it going, everybody? It is the TDG 2000 here, and we are back with some more Cold War Zombies intel. We're bringing you Season 5 Reloaded, and let's get straight into it. Not sure the exact number of intels we got, but I know it was a lot more than... I think we had 19 intels for... Oh, I can't remember. But I can't remember. I'm not even going to try. Either way, we have new intel in all four categories. We have all four categories of intel for Requiem. So let's go ahead and start off with the audio logs. And I believe that there was no audio logs last time. So we get to start here. Desperate measures. Outbreak. These are all Outbreak, by the way. You had to collect a lot on Armada, a few on Collateral. Desperate measures. As their enemies close in, the Requiem senior staff discuss a risky move.
Apologies for keeping you all waiting.
Bad news.
I'm trying to think of where to start.
Beginnings are always good. Strauss, just don't, okay?
What's on your mind, Weaver? We're all friends here. Good colleagues, at the very least.
The situation in Berlin could have been a whole lot worse than it was. But, thanks to Agent Maxis, we were able to get the strike team home safely.
And eliminated that rather nasty threat from the Nazis.
Isn't there something else we should be discussing? What's going on with Maxis?
No, not today. Omega is still several steps ahead of us, and I don't like not knowing what's coming.
I think we all know what's coming. And it's a threat from the Dark Ether itself. The Forsaken. It could well prove to be a bigger threat than Omega.
Well, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Desperate times, desperate measures. We need to reach out to those with more inside knowledge.
I really hope the next word out of your mouth doesn't begin with Ravenov.
Ravenov. He's no friend to Omega, and I think it could well prove valuable to us.
There is another option. Or should I say, additional option.
I know.
Zarkov. He may be the only one who truly knows the Forsaken.
Are we suggesting we somehow break this lost Russian out of the Dark Ether?
Poor bastard's been in there longer than anyone, and we need all the allies we can get.
Well, they should have broke him out a long time ago. That makes no sense. He's been asking us ever since preseason to break the motherfucker out, so why are we gonna do it now when Omega already has their hands wrapped in him? Whatever. The Peacemakers. Carver attempts to reconcile past grievances with Strauss and makes a bold proposal.
Carver, here to close. Do a victory lap. Not sure I follow. Your outlandish theory has proved true. And I was one of your most vocal doubters. You were right. Your commander-in-chief, presiding over a Dark Ether army. The Forsaken. We both know me coming here to gloat would be a waste of time. So what then? Here to celebrate? Regretfully, I'm all out of champagne. All right, I get it. You and me, we won't ever see eye to eye. I'm a man of war, you're a man of science. In World War II, my father fought for the Allies, while you fought for the... How dare you? I never fought for anything more than my own research, and in turn my whole life has been in the service of men like you, who only want weapons, violence, annihilation. You got this all wrong. I'm trying to prevent annihilation. Because you have the biggest stick. Nothing is learned through eradication. What about exploration? Your research was only possible because my teams protected yours. I'm not the provocateur, I'm the peacemaker. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Make peace. The Forsaken is coming. The way I see it, it's going to take your brains and my brawn to stop. You are proposing an accord? A temporary ceasefire. We need to work together if we're going to stop this thing.
I would be amenable to that. Surely you can pardon an old man for being stuck in his ways.
Shit. You're not the only stubborn bastard in this office.
I do fear, Major, that we are already too late. I have been studying the primordial energy from the vortices. They are appearing more frequently, rapidly accelerating the terraforming process. In 1 month's time, we will no longer be able to contain their spread. As long as the portals remain open, they will continue to grow.
Well, sounds like we need to find a way to close the portals then. For good.
Alright. Next up is Butterscotch. Carver pays a hospital visit to Requiem's chopper pilot, Raptor 1.
Come on in. Especially if it's my most favorite nurse.
Shit. Sorry, sir.
At ease, Captain. Mind if I take a seat?
With a ribbon rack like that, you can do whatever the hell you want. Shit. You can even have the bed.
No need. And while it's not yet official, I think you could expect some of these ribbons yourself. I brought you some chocolates.
Well, I appreciate it, Major. Especially seeing as how I just dropped my other ones on the bed. Shit. They're just melting into the damn sheets. What the fuck is Nurse Mary Beth gonna think?
Captain, you're on leave for the rest of the month.
Wait. What?
You've done more than any commanding officer has a right to expect. You went through a lot.
Permission to speak freely, sir?
Well, with all the cussing you've been doing, I assume speaking freely was already a given.
You want a chocolate?
Sure. As long as it's from the fresh box, not the bed sheets.
Thing is, sir, I don't want to leave. You like cherry creams?
Sure.
Good. I can't stand those creamy ones. My favorite's butterscotch, and then maybe the caramel.
Chocolates aside, may I ask why you don't want to go on leave?
I appreciate you visiting me, and the promise of some more medals, but I spent most of that last op tied up, much like I am now. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather get airborne again and do what I do best.
Hauling our strike team out of trouble whenever they need it.
Absolutely.
I understand.
Sir? One more thing.
Yes?
You want butterscotch?
Dude, Raptor 1 got some big old balls on him, man. Even recovering, and he still wants to fly us around. Soul searching. Ravenov contacts Weaver with pertinent information about Operatia Izbavitel. This one's gonna be interesting.
Hello? Still all out of fucks to give, Weaver? Ravenov. You shouldn't be calling. This line is monitored and recorded. Just talking to you could land my ass in a 6x4 at Dreamland.
You will want to hear what I have to say, Weaver. As will your director, who, if I am not mistaken, is also listening in. I have done some thinking, some soul searching. I took what you said to heart. The one made of ice.
Get to the point. What do you want?
Omega. Operatia Izbavitel. I know what it is. More importantly, I know where. There is a test site, used in the early days of Operatia Inversia. It has been repurposed. That is all I can say for now.
I'm gonna need more than that if you want to get back into my good graces.
Even after all this time, you are still not listening. That is not why I have ever done any of this. It has always been about doing the right thing. A courier will be delivering a parcel to Requiem's dead drop in Madrid. It contains everything I know.
Why don't you come in? We can talk this out.
And end up in that 6x4 room in Dreamland? I don't think so. Review the documents. Then we talk.
And in return, what do you get out of all this? Your name cleared? Safe passage to the west?
Yet. I want you to release Agent Maxis. I've come to understand you are still holding her in captivity.
You know I can't make that call.
But, as we both know, there is someone listening in who can. You know who you are.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so yeah, definitely. Well, I wonder if Operatia is Betel or whatever it is. They only ever called the operations for Outbreak, right? I don't know, maybe they did. Well, Project End Station. I don't know, were the other ones all like operations? Who knows? Either ways, Unto the Breach. Strauss reflects on his work with Requiem and the potential endgame that awaits.
Oscar Strauss, personal log, May 12th, 1985.
A day before my birthday.
It is late. My insomnia has returned for the first time in years. I try counting sheep, but I end up counting sins instead. Viva says our conflict with Omega is coming to a head. The tipping point approaches. One final battle. Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Two sides in the mix. Requiem, Omega, each desiring to destroy the other. One wild card in the deck, the Dark Ether desiring to destroy us all. I cannot say what outcome East and West will bring, but with the Forsaken, there's no doubt. Extinction. There is only one way to stop it. Close the gateways, sever our connection to the Dark Ether forever. That would mean the end of my research. The end of Ethereum. But if we do not act, it could mean the end of the world. I recently found myself reviewing old records in Requiem's archive from the war. I found documentation about a man who faced a similar conundrum. Professor Kraft, a demonologist, studier of the occult, a man forced to work for a great evil. Kraft's choice was not unlike my own, his life's work versus potential calamity. His choice speaks for itself, since we are here, now, to read the story of what he endured and accomplished. I hope I choose as wisely as he did.
Interesting. Alright, so next up we got some documents. Yeah, so last time that was that one. So we got Outbreak Expansions Report. Field Operations Report for Requiem Senior Staff detailing the expansion of Operation Threshold into 2 new Outbreak Zones. March 12, 1985. Memorandum for Carver Gray Strauss from Weaver. Subject Outbreak Expansions. As you all know by now, Operation Threshold has been expanded to incorporate 2 newly developed outbreak zones. All departments will be expected to extend their operations in accordance with the guidelines for each region. The first region is in the middle of the North Atlantic, and our operations will run a little differently. Readings show the Dark Ether barrier is unusually impenetrable, and we have seen no attempts at dimensional terraforming. As a result, unnatural sciences will be limited to specimen analysis, containment and security will focus on HVT termination, and energy research will prioritize Ethereum collection and DAO experimentation. So, Yeah, so there's no secure. There's obviously no transport. There's no escort, and there's no holdout. So there's only going to be those three objectives on it. That's interesting. The second region is located near an oil drill site in the Adrar province, Algeria. Interestingly, this is the second outbreak at this facility, the first having occurred last fall. All operations viable in this region. These are two of the larger outbreaks since the Ural Mountains last year. While there is no definitive proof as to why now, for either of these events, we suspect it may be in retaliation to what happened in Berlin last month. I know we're piling on additional work onto an already loaded schedule, but let's stay on task and get this done. Operation First Domino. Field Operations report for Requiem senior staff announcing the approval of for Operation First Domino. May 12, 1985, day before my birthday. Memorandum for Carver, Gray, and Strauss from Weaver. Subject Operation First Domino. We have received approval to proceed with Operation First Domino. This will be a joint operation between all departments, led by field operations, with containment and security, energy research, and unnatural sciences, acting in a support capacity. While we are still in the preparation phase, we anticipate deploying our strike team no later than 1 month's time. We have received intelligence that Omega is proceeding with Operatia Izbavito, an operation redacted. We receive an operation redacted. We received documentation of this from Redacted, from Ravenov, who recently contacted our director. We have independently verified this documentation. We have also identified the location of Operatsia Izbavitol as redacted and redacted. With the assistance of Field Asset Powderkeg, I understand your suspicions, but I am told they are to be trusted in this instance. Our mission is to intercept and take Redacted into custody before Omega. They are the only one capable of stopping the Forsaken. So the mission is to... So the last map, I believe what we're going to do is take Zykov into our custody? And then kill the Forsaken that way? We're going to need all hands on deck for this one. If our understanding of Operatia Izbavitol is correct, Omega is putting all their eggs in one interdimensional basket. If we blow up this basket, it's the beginning of the end for Omega in our Ethereum arms race, while also helping us prepare for the greater threat that lies ahead. Alright. Next up, we got the Craft Journal page 2, another page torn from Craft's journal research. Another rune unearthed in Mexico. Markings are similar to the one found in Egypt. Craft, 1944. So yeah, I think Craft's gonna be a big part of the next story for sure. Here we got some radio transmissions. There were no radio transmissions last time. So we got updates. Weaver radios the strike team about Requiem's future after the events in Berlin.
Strike team, I just wanted to reach out with some updates. First of all, Berlin. Your time as Kravchenko's prisoner. You've shown courage and commitment, even in the face of severe adversity. I couldn't have asked for more. Even though we face an uncertain enemy, or enemies, I think we're approaching the endgame here. Omega is still out there, and truthfully, we don't know what their next play is going to be. All we can be certain of is that Kravchenko's actions are becoming increasingly desperate. As you know, or I hope you know, Agent Maxis may be our most valuable asset. She's turning out to be something special, as your rescue in Berlin clearly showed. Her time in the Dark Ether changed her in ways we're only just starting to fully understand. She's been undertaking some tests with the director. All I ask is that if I do let her return to the field,
100%. Ride or die for Maxis, baby. I think I think they're trying to push the narrative that, because when I was picking these up, I just kind of like listened for like a few seconds, but I think we're gonna start to see that. I think they're trying to push maybe that the strike team's actually upset with Maxis for like leading us astray. But she didn't really. I mean, we knew that we were going behind Raccoon's back. She even told, like, I don't know. I don't know why, I don't know. This is why we need crews, man. Either way, busy bees. Strauss checks in on the strike team and discusses the progress he's made on his latest project.
Requiem Strike Team, Strauss here. My, oh my, it certainly has been a minute since we last spoke. You have been a busy bee. Operatia Inversia. Operation Excision. Not to mention your little detour, the Omega. Quite the global pedestrian. Well, while you were off on holiday in Berlin, I've been hard at work on replicating Dr. Zarkova's Ethereum neutralizer. Admittedly, I haven't had much to go on, as we only recovered half the blueprint. However, as the Dark Ether's terraforming is ongoing and the phase continues to expand, such a device will prove invaluable for your continued fieldwork. Hopefully it will be available for field testing before too long. Considering the looming threat we now face, we will need everything available in our arsenal to stop it.
Interesting. I wonder if he's talking about. Never mind. Alright. Walking Not So. Gray contacts the strike team with an update on Maxis.
Hey, strike team. How you all doing? Sorry, just realised you can't really tell me. This communication is one way only. Hey, girl. What are you getting your nose into now? You probably knew from the start that I wasn't real military. Never did any PT, never held a gun. Don't think I'm cut out for it, to be honest. Hey! It's just a squirrel. Sorry, I'm walking not so. That's Sam's dog, in case you didn't know. You might have thought walking not so meant I was walking in some weird, funny way. Speaking of Sam, Maxis, not seen her in a little while, but Weaver said she's doing well. She's in Block 8. But I guess that's where they take you and yours. She's a strong girl. Woman. Not just strong. She's powerful. Ever since she came back from the Dark Ether, she's had these powers. She can move things. I know we can all do that, but I mean, she can do it without actually touching them. It's like if she really, really concentrates, she can just make things happen. I think we all wish we could do that. I know I do. Come on, Lotso. Time to go home.
Alright. Act 3 time. Carver speaks candidly with the strike team about his concerns over what comes next.
Strike team. Damn, is it good to have you back in the field. You know, after Berlin, a few Requiem folks were wondering if you'd be up for redeployment. Not your old friend Mac. Never a doubt in my mind. We need you out there, now more than ever. Satellite surveillance shows the outbreak zones are expanding slowly, but they're growing nonetheless. It's those damn terraforming bristles. They're shaking up the whole landscape. The phase is making it uninhabitable. For us, anyway. Shit. Wouldn't surprise me if one day soon the old
True. Alright, then we got some artifacts. We got Toxic Growth Canister. One of several interchangeable canisters of the wand weapon. When used, summons a growth of ethereal thorns that slow and damage an enemy that contacts them. Keel. And then we got the Agent Klaus model. A model of Unnatural Sciences Agent Klaus robot. Created after hours by Gray. Rest in peace to the boy Klaus. Wait, he shouldn't have the mustache on that. He shouldn't have the mustache on him. That doesn't make sense. The mustache was added by the CIA agents as a joke. So he shouldn't have the mustache on, but whatever. Requiem helicopter model. A model of Requiem's field ops helicopter. Personal effect of Raptor 1. So I want to see. We got Toxic Growth, Healing Aura, Ring of Fire, Energy Mine, Ether Shroud, Frost Blast. Interesting. Alright. So I think that means... Which ones are we missing then? Frostbite, Aura, Ring... I think we're... No, we have Frenzy Guard. I think we're just missing Tesla Storm. Yeah, Frenzy Guard's right there. Frenzy Guard and Toxic Growth. Yeah, we're just missing Tesla Storm now. Alright. So that's it for Requiem. Now we're moving on to Omega. I believe there was no audio logs last time for Omega, so we're listing all three today. Change of plans. In the aftermath of the Berlin incident, Omega senior staff discuss a new solution for the Forsaken.
My report on the Berlin incident has been well received by my superiors. We are in the clear. For the moment.
I'll bet. Thanks to my quick thinking.
Watch your tongue, come back, kid, before I remove it. While it pains me to admit, were it not for Tech's ingenuity with manufacturing the warhead, I do not know that we could have stopped Valentina and her army.
On that particular topic, perhaps we can discuss the interdimensional-sized elephant in the room? The Forsaken? A solution is necessary. It must be dealt with.
Of course, Dr. Yeager, you are still coming up to speed. We are going to rebuild Tech's inversion warheads. It is the only way to destroy the creature.
Actually, Gorev, looks like you're the one still coming up to speed. We moved in a different direction.
What are you talking about? Colonel, there has been a change of plan. Tech and I are developing a new solution for the Forsaken.
Is that so?
Why was I not informed? All will become clear soon. Rest assured. If it is successful, it will mean salvation for the Soviet Union. Omega Group, all of us, we will be heralded as heroes.
New Frontiers. Kravchenko and Peck discuss Operatia Izbavitelj.
I assume we are still on schedule, Dr. Peck.
Yes, Colonel. The construction of the machine should be complete in 6 to 8 weeks.
Not good enough. We must accelerate development. If Requiem gets word of Operatia Izbavitelj before we are ready.
I know. But considering the scale of this operation, we're lucky to be on track at all. The device to free Zykov was challenging enough, but this machine is complex. We're talking a new frontier, undiscovered science. The sort of thing they write books about and then debate for decades, maybe centuries. We're shifting the paradigm, rewriting the rules. This is my David.
Your what?
You know, David, the Michelangelo Renaissance. Maybe that one didn't make it to Russia yet.
What can I do to expedite you, David? Reallocate resources? Divert personnel to the project?
Well, that would certainly help, provided it's not too much of a hassle.
This is the only thing that matters. Consider it done.
Thank you, Colonel.
And the old war hero, still planning to honor his side of the bargain?
We bring him back to our reality, he'll help us stop the Forsaken. He thinks we want to kill it.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Keep me informed, Peck. Without this David of yours, there is no Operacja Izbavitya.
Okay. And lastly, we got growing concerns. Gorev and Yeager discussed the latest developments with Omega's new mission and Kravchenko's motivations.
Come. Oh, you. What do you want?
Can one not simply stop by for an unexpected visit, Gorev?
I am in no mood to entertain your antics. That is my grandfather's vodka.
And I must say, it looks as delicious as the boot it was probably distilled in. Cheers. So, it seems they are both being kept in the dark.
So it would seem.
Like a couple of naughty children. Not allowed to sit at the grown-up table.
Is there a point to your goading? Or are you just here to insult me and my vodka?
I am here because I am concerned. And I suspect you may be as well. Peck and Kravchenko. Kravchenko and Peck. It is not like the colonel to keep his most trusted man under the loop. You were his protege. The son he never had.
Where are you going with this?
Kravchenko has made his intentions clear. Operacja Izbavitya cannot fail. If it does, the man will do whatever he must to ensure his own survival. His neck may escape the rope, but what about ours? You also have concerns.
Since Berlin, the colonel has become reckless. The KGB's patience is growing thin. Should this fail, we will all pay the price. I trust you can keep this between us.
Yeah, my friend. We have much more to discuss.
Interesting. Alright. Next up is some documents. We got Operacja Izbavitya orders. Official Omega brief distributed to all departments ordering the suspension of ongoing operations and the redispersal of personnel to support Operacja Izbavitya. On Omega resources to all. Spetsgruppe Omega departments per orders of Lev Kravchenko, commanding officer of Omega Group. As of now, all ongoing operations across all departments are suspended until further notice. This includes psychotronics, exoscientific phenomenon, necroanalytics, and tactical operations at all outposts, including the Ural Mountains. Our resources and personnel are to be diverted in support of Operacja Izbavitya. Each department will receive specific instructions shortly as to their new role within the operation. Teams will be asked to redeploy to Redacted by Redacted. Each department is expected to complete their transition without delay. Please note that this measure is temporary. If our schedule is kept, all departments can expect a return to normal operations by Redacted. Skeleton crews will remain at each outpost with armed support to ensure our facilities remain under Omega control. I know this move may come as a shock to many of you. As our commanding officer, I can assure you that this was not an easy decision to make, but it is a necessary one. Operacja Izbavitya will determine the future of Spetsgruppe Omega. It is an effort we must undertake together, united as one. Its success will secure supremacy for the Soviet Union. It will be an honor to serve by your side as we achieve a better tomorrow. We will face adversity. We will have monumental hardships that must be overcome. But we will persevere, for the good of the motherland. We were the first, we are the last. Colonel Lev Kravchenko, Commanding Officer, Omega Group. We got Kravchenko letter. Kravchenko writes a letter to his most trusted ally. A day after my birthday, 14 May 1984. Gorev, a rift has formed between us. I am not sure how it happened, or what may have caused it, but I do know that since Berlin you have grown distant, combative. Your unwavering loyalty has been poisoned by doubts and uncertainties. For both of our sakes, I hope it is not too late to fix this problematic behavior. I am not one to reminisce on the past, but do you remember August 75th, before you joined my team? Or August of 75, before you joined my team, when you were still working with internal affairs, you were investigating my team for corruption with malicious intent against the state. I was furious. I recall threatening to put your head through the wall. You laughed at that. You asked me to trust you, that you had proof. 2 days later, you arrested Private Sidorov, a double agent who had been delivering intelligence to MI6 for years. He confessed to plotting my own assassination. I trusted you, and you did not fail me. I'm asking you to trust me, as you have done all these years. This operation is our chance to get back into Chebrakov's good graces. If we succeed, we will give the KGB a weapon so powerful the West will have no choice but to bow before us and tremble. We will be celebrated as the saviors of the motherland. We are so close to finishing this, old friend. Who knows what the future may bring, but for now, be patient. We will deliver greatness to our people. Lev. And then we got Test Site Anna Report. Considering the scale of the operation, Peck suggests an old test site be used for Omega's latest operation. Progress Report. Operacja Izbavitelь, Test Site Anna. Colonel, after several weeks, I believe I have finally triangulated Sergeant Casimir Zaikov's position in the Dark Ether. Having spent as much time as he has there, he is uniquely embedded deep within the other reality. It's no wonder he needs the help he does to make it back home. This won't be easy. We'll need to harness primordial ether energy to generate enough power to bring him back. To that point, I believe Test Site Anna is our best option to run the operation. If that sounds familiar, it was used as one of our initial test facilities for Operacja Inversia last winter. As such, it's already equipped to handle excess amounts of Ethereum energy and is the only facility with a power grid large enough for an operation of this scale. So I guess when I say best option, what I really mean is only option. With your approval, I'll begin preparations to move all necessary equipment to the new facility. We can begin construction of the machine immediately. Dr. William Peck, Exoscientific Phenomenon, Spetsgruppe Omega. So obviously it's probably somewhere in Oh, this was 09 February of the year 1985. Oh, so this letter was like months ago. Okay. Well, oops. Then we got some artifacts. So we got Gorev's ID badge, Gorev's official Omega Group ID. And then we got the teleporter module, or model. A model of Peck's gateway teleporter, first developed for use at Outpost 25. Peck's ID badge. Ravenov ID badge. It's kind of cool to go back and look and see all the stuff. Oh yeah, Valentina's ID badge. And now we got Gorev's ID badge. And then teleport module. Cool. Alright, so that is it for Omega. Now we got audio logs, documents, and radio transmissions for Maxis. We did have these three awesome audio logs last time, so now we get two more. 30 seconds. Maxis is forced to act. This is going to be exciting. So I did not listen to these at all. I am super excited. I knew that these ones were going to be Maxis. I probably only heard like the first like sentence before I could run away quick enough. So I'm excited to see where this leads.
We're going to try something a little different today.
What's going on? What are you doing?
It's your fluffy friend.
Oh no.
She's not fluffy. Her name's Not So. Not So Fluffy.
Cute. I suppose. I just thought you'd be pleased to see each other.
We are. But I don't suppose you would know how it feels to be loved.
Playtime's over. Guard, you have your orders. Please take aim.
What?
Oh.
In exactly 30 seconds, by my watch, the guard will pull the trigger.
How dare you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
25.
She's done nothing wrong!
18.
What kind of monster are you?
10.
What do you want from me?
You know what I want. 5. 3. 2. 1. Stand down, Sophie. Well done, Samantha. You successfully teleported your dog to safety. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am. Of you.
Bro, that's fucked. That is so fucked. 62 days. Maxis is told to make a choice. At least they didn't kill the dog. I was gonna cry.
62 days.
Sorry. I'm not sure what you mean.
That's how long I've been here. 62 days.
Is that including bathroom breaks?
Honestly, fuck you. Sorry. Saying that's just me taking my mandatory exercise.
What a party mouth you have.
Apologies. What I meant to say was, fuck you!
Can I direct your attention to the body? The one on your right.
Elizabeth, she's asleep. Why are you watching her?
Not just Ray. I watch everyone. Bring in the prisoner.
What do you want from me this time? More magic teleporting?
No. Something much more important. This is a captured Omega agent, and I would like to see you kill him, using only the power of the mind.
I won't do it.
Won't or can't. I think the former.
You can't make me.
Take another look at the doctor. Do you see the figure standing very quietly in the corner of her room?
Oh my
The
god.
one who's just raised a pistol at Dr. Gray's head.
You're sick!
The way I see it, you have a clear choice. Kill the very, very bad person, or let the very, very good person die. It's simple, really. And please don't make me give you a countdown, because this time I would actually start on 5.
I can't.
Trust me, you can. 4.
Bro, that's fucked up, bro. That is fucked up. Ooh wee. Alright. So we got documents. Subject rules was the last one. This one we got a Weaver letter. Maxis writes a letter to Weaver. Weaver. Oh, this is April 14th, 85. Weaver, I want you to know that I forgive you. I understand now that you had no choice in me being sent here. Redacted. They told me that if we made enough progress, I would be able to write you. We have made progress. So here I am, writing to you. It's taken me some time to realize just how much I've changed, and how much change is something, but I get it now. Redacted understand? The director made me understand, even if his methods were fucked up. I don't know if you were part if you were party to it. Dude, like, can you fucking, like, not... Can you actually, like, type out these intels correctly? I think this is the most typos. Usually there's, like, one. There's been, like, 3 or 4. Really? Really, Treyarch? Come on. I don't know if you were a part of it, or if it was redacted, but he threatened redacted, he threatened redacted, he even threatened redacted. So I'm guessing he threatened everybody. You know, I would never intentionally hurt anyone or anything. I'm not a bad person. I am a good soul. I don't just believe that. I know that. Maxis. Block 8. Have made progress. And how much change is coming. But I get it now. The director made it understand, even if his methods were fucked up. I don't know. The Gray letter. Maxis writes a letter to Gray. This is April 30th, 85. Hi, Elizabeth. Now that I'm free, they told me I could start sending correspondence. Now that I'm redacted. I don't know what that word would be. Whether or not it will reach you, I can't be sure. Maybe it'll end up in the trash, or worse yet, form another part of yet another redacted. Regardless, I wanted to tell you that I am sorry. Sorry for all the trouble I caused when I persuaded you to, well, we know what she did. It was wrong for me to do that, to put someone like you in that position. I promise you I will never let it happen again, no matter what threats the director makes. 2 full lines redacted. I hope you are well. I hope you have been having fun with Natso. I knew she liked you. I know she would be happy with you. Here's to the future. I hope I see you there. Your friend, Sam X. Alright. And then we got some radio transmissions. I believe all these are new. So, new frequency. Remember me?
Hello, Strike Team. Remember me? It's Maxis. First of all, I want to apologize for my recent actions, for leading you astray during your operations in the Ural Mountains. I say recent, but in all reality it was months ago. What can I say? Time moves differently at Requiem, especially for me. We've all been through a lot, but the director thought it might be appropriate for me to reach out to you directly. Again. If I could say anything, it would be to say thank you for all that you've done. After all, you're the ones who are in the field, risking your lives. I know how that feels. Believe me. But I think I'm pretty much done here. Hopefully they'll let me leave this place soon.
Hopefully. Understand me. I know I led you astray, but please don't think I'm a bad person.
It has taken me some time to understand everything. To understand who I am. I hated him for what he did to me. But he was right. I know I led you astray. But please, don't think I'm a bad person. I'm not. I am a good soul. But I have to do what I'm going to do. What I need to do.
Power. I never felt weak, but it's only recently I realized just how powerful I am.
I've never felt weak. But it's only recently I realized just how powerful I am. I can move things. I can change the way things are. Sometimes I can hear people's thoughts. I can open gateways that allow us to move from this place to the next. One place to another. Like I did in Berlin. Like I did at Outpost 25. Maybe, just maybe, I could wish myself into a better world. Anywhere other than here. But something is stopping me. Blocking me. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, that is it for Maxis. We only have audio logs, radio transmissions, and artifacts. The first one was the Lost Souls Piotr 1, but now we got Piotr 2. Lost Souls Piotr 2. I have found a way through, a way that does not end in death.
I have found a way through. A way that does not end in death. There are strange mechanical boxes. They move between worlds. I climbed inside one. When I crossed over, I still changed, but not into a fire demon. Something more. I found people, soldiers, like I had been. They do not know that I am like them, yet still they help me. You do not see such kindness here. I forgot what it felt like to be helped. I am grateful. I try to repay them, provide aid in their battles. It is the least I can do. But then, the Forsaken finds me. He does not let me escape for long. He pulls me back. So I escape again, doomed to repeat this endless cycle. Still, it is nice to see home.
I was gonna say, I totally forgot to read the declassified logs this time. I apologize. We will read them after we're finished, though. It just popped in my head that, yeah, we didn't read the declassified logs. But Broken Trust, Zykov acknowledges a certain truth to the strike team.
My friend, today I am not sure if I should call you that. Friendships are built on trust, and I wonder if our trust is broken. You see, just as I speak with you, I have also been in contact with Omega Group. Whether or not you are already aware of this, it would be worse for me to pretend it is not so. Oh, I am not fooling myself. I know what they are. But all of us face a threat that dwarfs your Cold War. The Forsaken is bigger than East and West. Unchecked, it will end you both. Now, Omega has a plan to free me from this place. And I am inclined to accept, not simply to escape, but to stop the Forsaken. the better. But whichever side frees me matters less than saving our world from the monster that devoured this one.
Jeez. Make this right. Zykov makes a deal with the strike team.
You are still listening. Good. I hope this means our partnership continues, despite my contact with Omega Group. And I certainly trust you more than anyone on their side. I know who the good guys are, but we are running out of time. Moral purity is not a luxury I can afford. Nevertheless, I will make you a deal. If Requiem can bring me home before Omega, I will join your strike. We will fight shoulder to shoulder against the ultimate evil. We can make this right, my friends. We can stop the Forsaken together. But first, by all that is holy, you have to get me out of here.
Okay. And then we got some artifacts. We got empty tombstone soda. Now this is going to be interesting because we also got empty mule kick. And usually I make my thumbnails, the perk bottles. Like, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Jug, Stamina Up, Elemental. What are we missing? So I think all we're missing is Death Perception. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're only missing Death Perception in the last perk. But yeah, so empty tombstone soda. An open can of tombstone soda, likely used by an operator who saw death waiting and didn't lose their hope. We'll wait a few seconds here. Now my plan is I'm going to call upon my good friend AV in the house, and he's actually going to be putting this picture and this picture right here, which I will go back to that in a second. He's just going to merge that together, and that's going to make a nice thumbnail, I think, having Tombstone and Mule Kick together. Now, first of all, Tombstone, it is a pretty cool can. Don't rest in peace. It does look pretty cool, let's be honest. Nutrition facts: serving size 1 can, calories 35 grams of fat, 180 grams of sodium, 250 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein, embalming fluid, chalk suspension, duplicator spirits, reconstituted perk essence, viscoelastic liquid silicone. Interesting. Alright, and then next up is empty mule kick. An open can of mule kick used by an operator who wanted to be strong like a mule, stubborn like a mule, even kick like a mule. El Burro! Alright, and then we'll go ahead and wait a few seconds. So, yeah, this picture in the tombstone picture, they'll just be squished down next to each other, and I think that will be our thumbnail. Because when I did see that there was going to be the 2 perks, I was a little like, uh-oh, that's not good. So, yeah, hopefully Anthony can help us out with that. But let's, to be honest, this perk can is pretty freaking sick. Guns everywhere, bring out a burrow in you. Guns everywhere. Horseshoes. 30 calories, 35 grams of fat, 90 grams of sodium, 250 grams of carbs, 120 grams of sugar, 200 grams of protein. Beer, which I think Dempsey would always talk about how it would kind of taste like beer a little bit, or like alcohol. Liquid cordite, cola nut, trigger finger extract, vitamin B12 gauge. Warning, may contain hot lead. So that's very interesting. Kill. What was I gonna do again? I thought... Oh yeah, I want to see... Oh, what the... So Mule Kick is like a... Please don't litter. Dispose of property. Mule Kick's like a reddish drink. It's got like a red on it. Huh. Let's see what Tombstone is. Tombstone's purpley. Deadshot makes sense being gray. So I think that's actually the two perks that don't kind of make sense with their corresponding color, because that one's blue, this one's green, and I know Jug's Jug's actually not opened. I don't know why they call it empty if it's not empty, but interesting. So Mule Kick's kind of like a reddish, and Tombstone's like a purple. That's pretty cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Cold War Zombies Intel. We got 2 more videos of these. We got Season 6 Intel, and if they do end up doing Season 6 Reloaded, then we'll have that. But look at all that intel that we have grabbed. So much. Holy crap. There has been so much intel over the last few seasons. It's just absolutely crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. I will be back soon with some more videos of Cold War. I do have a few things. We need to update our all map series for Outbreak. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it before Armada came out, but also at the same time, it kind of didn't matter because the Easter egg steps weren't added to Collateral until just when Armada was dropped. So it's whatever. It would have been nice if we could have done the 7 maps Easter egg on the 8th, but we're just going to do the 8 maps Easter egg on the 9th. So do that. Still need to be first person. We still got all that to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I love you guys. Peace.